longing. I'm ready to go to a land without heartaches, no sorrow or woe.
There's nothing can hold me in this world below.
Oh, I'm homesick for heaven. I've got a longing to go. I'm homesick for heaven. I've got a longing to go.
Mark plays the piano. You heard him today,
Yes.
just like Eva May. And you'll play that music this morning so they can hear Mark. And Mark played with Eva May for what, 10 years?
For the last 10 years of her life, I played piano and traveled with her and drove the car and all that kind of thing. But I grew up just loving the LeFevres. And I was 11 years old when the
Now.
when Now and Always, the album that Barbara's featured on, was released. And of course, Ron was on there, and Ron was on the album New Sounds of the LeFevres, which had the original I've Come Too Far.
Right.
And his wife, Barbara Daly, was on there.
And then back here, you've got a real LeFevre bloodline. This is Marcy Gray. Marcy's grandma was a sister to Alphys and Urias, and she's just a sweetheart. And so when we put this reunion together, there was, of course, one thing missing, and Marcy popped up, and we needed her. And to say hello to Marcy Gray.
So what is your memories of that time?
Oh, I grew up going to family reunions, and my happiest childhood memories were from the summers I spent with the LeFevre reunion and with my family and at Uncle Alf's house. I have pictures of me sitting on his lap when I was just a little tyke, and he would share his food with me. And I sang with them when I was 10 or 12 on stage. I remember my knees knocking together so bad he had to hold me up. But my dream was to sing with Uncle Alf because he was always my hero and just such a sweet, sweet uncle to everybody, family or not. But
He was.
But this is just such a pleasure to be with people that actually traveled and sang with him, and precious people then and now. And miss him like crazy. Miss my whole family that's up in heaven. I'm looking forward to that reunion. It's going to be a wonderful day.
Yeah.
And we're going to speak with the newest member who is helping out her mother in the LeFevre reunion.
Second generation
Second
here.
generation, right. Becca Roach. And Becca, you've got a lovely daughter and you're expecting. And how do you feel about the LeFevre heritage here?
Well, I think it's a pleasure to be a part of it. I've heard a lot about it my whole life. So it's nice to meet some people that my mom knew, get together with everyone and be able to be a part of it.
Let's just go down the line here. We're going to ask a favorite memory of your time with the LeFevres, whatever group you were in. Is your maybe favorite or funniest memory of being in the group? Ron Daly.
I'll do the quick version. We stopped to get fuel one night. Everybody gets off the bus. They run in, do what they got to do. I'm standing picking cards out. Eva May comes out of the bathroom and walks past a minor bird in a big cage. And as she walked by, I went, hello. And she stopped and looked at that bird, and she walked up to the bird, and the bird doesn't say anything. So she started to walk away and said, hello. I said, hello again. So she's thinking that bird's talking to her. So she stands there and she kept trying to get it to talk. Hello, hello. It wouldn't say anything. So she starts for the bus. She gets about 10 steps away, and I said, Eva May. And she stopped. Now she thinks the bird knows her. And I didn't tell her for about 3 hours until I got on the bus, and I thought that was my last trip. Like, we're sitting there 3 hours down the road, and I said, Eva May. So that was a short version, but it was good.
Your favorite, maybe funniest moment of being in the LeFevres?
Well, since Ron is sitting here, there's too many to pick a favorite, but this one is hilarious, and I'm going to look at him and see if he remembers. We were at Shepherd of the Hills, okay, over in Missouri, and we sang on the stage down there. We went in the dressing rooms, and you know they have these plays, and we go in the dressing rooms. The men's were real close to the women's. I go in to get changed, and he and Rex Nealon were in the other side.
We don't remember this, by the way.
He and Rex Nealon were in the other side, and while I'm standing changing in my little cubbyhole room there, this gun goes off. I don't know to this day if it was Rex or Ron. I think it was Rex. They scared the living daylights out of me. Was it you or Rex?
That would be Rex.
That was hilarious. But I made it through there. I just about had heart failure because I thought it was one of the guns for the play, and I thought somebody was shooting at me.
She sung a lot higher that night.
Yes.
One other time, this is good. This has got to be good. You didn't cut up on stage on purpose with your rice, did you? He was the boss.
No.
And sometimes, though, I was young and I got tickled at a lot of things. I was 21. And Uncle Alf had this little cord, and they had short cords and they had long cords, and this stage was about a foot off. It was a county fair in East Tennessee. And Rex was singing I Love to Call His Name, and on that last chorus, we'd all walk up even with Rex and sing, and Uncle Alf just kept going and stepped right off the stage, and the cord jerked him back, and I thought I was going to get fired that night because I completely lost it. I laughed. There are just so many fun memories.
We did some playing, but we didn't let people know it. We had one of those little pinchy little clothespins, and so we had that, and we'd pass it to different people. Even they would take off on joy bells are ringing or something, and she'd look down on her sleeve, and that pin was that clothespin was on her sleeve. Or Rex would sound, I loved it, and look down, and it's on his coat collar. So I'd step out to a solo, it's hooked to my back of my coat. It just showed up for a long time, and then we replaced it with a little blue baby sock. Even made it take off playing, and halfway down the keyboard, down the keys would be that little sock. So it hung around for a while. We didn't let Uriah see a lot of it, but it was still fun.
We kept him from knowing a lot of things.
Rick, your favorite memory or funniest moment from
This
singing
is actually when Barbara, and she tells the story too, but when Uncle Alf and I was singing in Effingham, Illinois, Barbara was with us back in 1984, so she's been along with us for just about every kind of version of LeFevres you can get. But he gave an altar call, and this gentleman came forward, or some people came forward, and Uncle Alf kept on singing his song, He Just Loves Me More and More. And the more he sang, the more that rope would get tangled around that cord would get tangled around that poor old guy who was at the altar. And what'd you say he said, Robert?
Scott looked at me and said, Daddy done lassoed one. He's going to get saved whether he wants to or not.
And Uncle Alf, he was just oblivious to what was going on.
He had no idea.
That was a long cord. It's a wonder that guy didn't choke to death.
I'm telling you. It was fun.